What's going on, guys? This is Aussie Man. How y'all doing today? I am just waking up. It is just past 7:30. I thought I'd sleep in a little bit today. It's not much of a sleeping, but before it gets hot, we're gonna wake up, eat a bit of food before we go out. We got a big day today, searching for Chelsea Grimm. Today is the search. I'm gonna be out searching as much as I can today. Let's take a look where we're going. I'm going to show you a little insight of where I'm going to be searching. Okay, so I've got the map here. That there represents where her car was found. Right here, where I just put a marker, that's around about where I'm camped right now. Now, that's a road coming through here, but I will kind of search this bank back here where these rocks are. Maybe back in here, this could be a wash too. I'm searching any rocky washes. Yesterday I kind of come through here for a little walk and looked around here a bit. I want to further investigate through here and through here, maybe even up in here. Check all these rocky areas out, and then maybe if I have time I'll come further back through here. There's little washes and stuff back through here with rocky areas. But where are we? Getting lost here. Okay, I want to search through these washes here. There's like another one back here. I want to work up through here as well. Any of these inclines here with rocks either side. We're trying to find possibly where she might have been camped out at. This little road's back here. This is going to be the general area where we're searching. I don't know if I'll come all the way back to this road here, but that's an option too. This all looks promising through here. So as many of these washes as I can get searched through here is where I'm going to be searching basically. Again, because I received evidence that she had a camp set up in a rocky wash. Since then, maybe all her stuff has been washed away, but maybe not. I don't know. But it's a good start. Thinking the fact that she had a camp nearby somewhere near her vehicle makes me think that, if she's going back and forth from her vehicle to her camp, I don't know, maybe she got turned around and lost at some point. I don't know. Something happened, and there's still things missing out there, so, of her personal items, so that's what I'm kind of looking for, to find a better, closer base of where she actually was, so we can search nearby and see if we can find her. Alright, I just made a coffee. I'm gonna have a banana for breakfast, maybe something else, and we're gonna start packing a bag with some water and a couple of snacks. Got my flashlight. I'm gonna put that on the charge. I'm charging my phone right now. GPS, can't go anywhere without that thing. That is a lifeline. I can search anywhere. Don't worry about my orientation or anything like that. I'll always get back with my GPS. I do like, however, just as a backup, you can't always just rely on one thing. As a backup, I do like to memorize landmarks around me and keep my bearings, so I'm not just gonna get lost somewhere if the batteries die or if this breaks or whatever. Also, I do actually have a little bit of cell service on and off in certain areas through here, so it'll come in and then drop out and come in and drop out. So there's that as a backup too. I'll be taking my 9mm Glock as protection, just in case there's animals out there. Not really to kill them, just to scare them off if they get too close, mountain lions, bears, and such. I think that's about it. Alright, I'm gonna get my breakfast sorted, and then we'll get ready. Alright guys, we are getting ready. Well, I'm ready. I think we're gonna start back over at the first wash I was searching last night. I really want to give that a thorough look through. Alright, so I was just hooking my pack up. Alright, so we're gonna head back to the first wash that I searched yesterday. Finish searching that, then we're gonna make our way up that way. I don't know what that is, northwesterly. It's quite windy out here. It's always proven hard to get a drone up out here because of the wind. Always seems to be a really windy place. Alright, we'll turn the camera back on once we get back to the wash I was at yesterday. Alright, so we're actually going past the first wash. There's another rocky outcrop that I really just wanted to check out. I believe I've already been through this way back when I first come out here, but I didn't thoroughly search it. So I want to come back down here, make sure I search this one, then we'll go back to the first one and then head upwards from there. Alright, I don't believe this is the right wash because it just doesn't look right. The rock formations aren't adding up on this one, but I'm going to check it anyway. It's a weird one, this one. But I'll check the middle and I'll check the high banks as well when I come back through. This is what we're looking at though, but it just doesn't add up. It's not the right kind of terrain. But maybe the high bank might have some of the right rock up there. Okay, kind of going off topic. I got up the top to check the high bank here. There's old fence posts that are long fallen down, rotted out of the ground. And it's the side of another ranch. We have a dump spot here. Look at all the old tin cans everywhere. It's a really old ranch dump spot here. So there would have been a cabin somewhere here. And this is their trash pile. It's kind of scattered over the years all over the landscape. It's pretty cool. And there's a lead soldered can right there, so it's old. That's no later than early 1900s because they got rid of the lead soldered cans after that point. Wow. So I definitely know this isn't the right wash because the rocks don't add up, and I'm right by a watering hole for livestock over here, which I've searched twice before. Oh wow, there's the old corral. I think I came by this on one of my early first searches, so I have been through here before. The old ranch corral there. Very cool to see. I should come back and metal detect this joint. Could be some old cool stuff laying in the dirt, although 90% of it's wire and trash. Ton of elk tracks out here. Oh, there's concrete on the ground. A little bit more modern spot there. I wonder, no, it's too small to be a cabin. That's cool. Alright, we're gonna keep searching. There's a concrete though, and this is the old corral here. I don't know where the home would have been. Is that bones? What is that? Yeah, they're cow bones. I know a cow bone when I see one. We don't have to worry, they're old too. But that's what I'm looking for. I'm always looking for anything that sticks out. But yeah, they're old cow bones. Let's see what else we can get into. Okay, I was just inspecting some more bones I found off in the distance. They're animal bones. I was pretty sure of that. Look at this cool old relic I got. It's an old tin cup for having your coffee in the morning out on the ranch. Rotted right through, unfortunately, but wow, that is a super cool relic. You know, I love my history and my relics. That is cool. I don't know, I kind of want to keep it even though it's rotted right through. I don't know, it's probably not much I can do with it, but that would be so cool in a museum. This thing looks so old. I've never seen one like this. It's really, really cool. It's like a bent tin handle on there. It's got a rivet through it holding it in. Very cool, guys. Man, need a museum I can drop it off right close by, because it's super cool, that relic. Alright, I found some more bones over here. I'm not really sure. They look kind of weird, so I'm just not sure. I'm guessing they're animal, but I'm not sure. I'm not going to show them on camera just in case they are not animal. But I'm going to mark them with a GPS and take a photo, and I'll have maybe my search team back home can compare them. They have some people that can identify them, whether they are in fact animal or not. So I'm just going to GPS mark them now. Okay, false alarm. I'm pretty sure they're animal bones at this point. I'm finding more scattered ones, and they look very much like cow bones. So I think that's what they are. I'm following a trail of bones up here, but that is not human, 100%. Too thick, too bulky. That's got to be a cow. Here's a big one over here. This one, cow or elk, one of the two. There's more bones over that way. Yeah, that's not human. Pretty sure that's not human. I'll double check though. Yeah, definitely animal bones. I'm starting to find bits of the spine and I think a bit of the hip over here. Way too big to be human. Yeah, there's part of the hip. Another spine bone over here. I just had to keep searching just to make sure. But alright, we'll get over to the wash that I was searching last night, and we'll look over there. So I know Chelsea was out here without the appropriate hiking gear. Yeah, she definitely was running a risk of an ankle injury, because this landscape is very bad. Even with my really good hiking boots I got, it's constantly wanting to twist my ankle up out here. Yesterday I rolled my ankle like twice, so that was on my not so good hiking boots. The side zippers are busted on. But yeah, even with my really good sturdy boots on, real bad on the legs. Probably going to be pretty sore by the time I finish today. Alright, we're back at the first wash from last night. We're going to go back up the banks here, starting from here, running up here, and then we'll go back down here, then probably back up towards the van, and then over to the next one. Yeah, I got here like, I don't know what time it was last night, 7:30, something like that. And I have not seen a single vehicle out here since. Pretty typical of this area. It might light up in woodfire season and hunting season, but even then it's not a whole lot of vehicles. Alright, cool, I'll follow this bank here. I'll show you what we're looking at here. All these stony areas like this. That's interesting. Alright, nothing in this wash, although there's a fenced off section up there. I'm going to try to get past the fence because the wash does continue a little further up there, so I want to just search that bit up there. So I'm just going to get up to a high point, see if there's a way through the fence. It is kind of warm out right now. This breeze is definitely helping keep me a little cooler. Alright, let's get up to that fence, find a way through. Okay, we're on this little narrow wash here. There is something of color in the distance up this wash, so I have to go investigate that. Could be just somebody camping out here, or I don't know, it looks kind of fresh though. Whatever, nothing sun damaged or weather damaged, it's standing still. But let's investigate, just in case. It could be something of subsequence. It's blue in color, whatever it is. I'll get up and head up there. There's a fence line there. Oh, there's the fence I was looking for. Okay. Whew. Alright. We're up above the wash now, heading over towards the colored item. See if it's a camp or not. Oh, it's a bucket. That's not what I was thinking it was. Looked bigger from a distance. Well, let's still check it out. Odd. Probably just an animal feed bucket for the cows or something that got away from a rancher. Alright. Nothing in this wash. Let's keep looking. Get over this fence and keep searching. Alright, I found a spot in the fence that the elk had broke. So I'm going to follow this back down to the wash and search the last little bit of it. Alright. Search the rest of that wash. I got nothing. Nothing. It starts losing rock formations that way, so it's just red dirt. I'm going to check around some of these trees up the top here. I'm going to make my way north, or I think it's actually west. To upwards to the next area, back towards my van. See what we can see over there. Alright, I'm on a little road towards the van here. Just gonna check on my van, make sure it's all good. Take a little drink, and then we're gonna, I don't know, either head back up this road and check the banks, or head over the hill to the next wash. Alright. Alright, there's my van. Everything's looking good. Just gotta pull this window cover back down and we'll head on back out. Alright, it's getting pretty cloudy, pretty windy out here, but I just had a drink. We're gonna head back up behind this fence and go over that way. I don't know what kind of snake that was, but a big kind of olive greenish snake with a red stripe on its tail just went rushing by the front of me into under that rock there. It was really quick too, and long. Freaky. I'm not 100% sure what that snake was. It almost looked like a garter snake, but I don't remember. A, I don't remember them being so long. And B, I don't remember a red streak on the tail. I don't know. But at least it wasn't a rattlesnake. I don't want to run into any of those. Alright, we're on to the next wash. It's, you know, there's stone up here, but the ground's not looking right so far. Ooh, it's not narrow enough, and there's not enough red dirt. I don't know. Of course we're going to search it anyway. Maybe it narrows up the top there. But we'll start looking around the banks. There's a animal trail running right up the middle of it. This doesn't look right, but we'll walk down here until we get to the clearing, and then we'll start looking for rocks actually. Yeah, there's just no. Oh, here's a jackrabbit. There's a big chunky boy. Jackrabbit. Yeah, actually there's not enough rocks right here. It opens up down there. So we're gonna follow it up this way, see what we can find. Alright, that wash ended very quickly and definitely wasn't the right terrain. So off to the next one. And we'll search in between. Up on these high points up here. Who knows? Under one of these trees, any one of these trees. Hashing it all out over again. Anything that looks interesting. Anything man-made, left behind, anything we can find. We're looking for it. Alright, we're into our next wash. So we'll probably follow it down to the bottom, head back up, check both sides. I don't know about this one either. It's looking better than the last one, but I don't know. I mean, it could have gotten grown with vegetation since then. Maybe that's why. I don't know. This one just doesn't look right to me, but we'll search it. We gotta search them all. Yeah. This is interesting. I still don't think this is the right one, but we will search it. Yeah, it's too flat out there. Check these rocks around here, see if they look familiar. Oh, okay. Alright, let's search up through these rocks here. I don't think this is it, what we're looking for. Oh no, it's getting tight. Ah. Okay. That's a lot of work for nothing. Yeah, this don't look right to me at all. But we'll search it. Just had another jackrabbit jump out on me. This is some interesting area here, actually. I'm definitely going to want to pay attention to this. The rocks are steeper looking than what I'm looking for, but the narrow little wash here is looking more like what I'm looking for. So we'll definitely pay attention as we go up here. Alright, this one ends up here very abruptly. Nothing for what I'm looking for here. So the beacon. It's an old natty light can up here. Well, actually, that was a natural ice, I think. Probably from hunters. Alright, I think there's another little wash just over here, so let's go check that out. On a little high spot here, obviously. Looking under the trees as we go through. I'm definitely feeling the heat now. Sweating like a beast. And it's too windy to set my shower tent up when I get back. So I'm just gonna have to lay in front of the AC and wipe myself down. Oh, it's windy. Okay, I've searched all those little immediate washes there. There's probably some more up this way, but I want to check out this mountain hill thing here. I checked part of it on my first search out here, but not much of it because towards the end of my hike I was pretty tired at the time. I know for a fact there are some rocks and stuff in that area, so we're gonna go have a look around there and see what we can find. It's not that far away. Alright, we're at the base of this hill, mountain, whatever it is. Now the reason I like this one is the color of the dirt matches up and the rock formations in some spots match up. So it might have looked like a wash, maybe, and maybe it's on the side of this hill. We'll see. I'm gonna look all around it as much as I can. Last time I was here, I did find a lot of animal skeletons out here. A lot of dead elk and stuff like that. Alright. Gonna have to take a break soon. Getting out of breath. Check the view out up here though. You can see the wind. I know it's probably not great on the GoPro, but wind turbines over there. Way off in the middle here you can see the shack, which means straight this way down in front of those junipers is where Chelsea Grimm's car was found. And I did a lot of searching around here, up back this way, and back over to here. And this is what I'm talking about with the rock formations. You could be on a flat spot like this, think it's a wash. Maybe she's set up down along here somewhere. I'm gonna follow it up there and see what we can find. Maybe I'll get up top too. She might have went up the top for the views. Could be anywhere, guys, but we're looking. We're out here looking. Yeah, lots of rock formations here. Yeah, this looks very much like the kind of terrain I'm looking for, to be honest. So we're going to pay a lot of attention to this area. Just making it to the top now. Another jackrabbit just jumped out on me. It's windy up top. Let's look around. Just seen our first hint of life, ATV Razor flying down the road here. Hopefully they don't mess with my van. My van's sitting down that road all by itself. Now let's keep walking. I keep saying I'm gonna have a break, but then I don't. It's a sense of adventure that keeps driving me. Let's see what's on the other side of this mountain down here. Alright. I don't know how long I've been hiking, probably a couple of hours, maybe more. And definitely sitting down for a rest now. Need to rest my legs. So I've hit a bit of a wall here where I'm on the other side of the hill and I'm just not seeing any terrain that looks right. No rocks, the rocks are drying up. So we're kind of following the hill around the other side. See what I can see up there. Man, it's getting hot though. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to pack it in by lunchtime because it's getting hot out here and I'm burning up. And my legs are definitely starting to hurt from the terrain. Alright, I'm gonna rehydrate and have a little snack. Let's get moving again. Yeah, I've kind of looped this mountain now, or hillside, whatever it is. Nothing. I haven't found what I'm looking for here. Real bummer. It looked promising, but I don't know. Just don't know. We could go further that way, look for more washes. Or up this way. I'm kind of inclined to go this way because it's closer. Maybe tomorrow we could search further that way. Man, this is a hard one. The terrain is just so difficult and thick. Vegetation is thick. It's hard to spot these washes that I'm looking for, or anything else for that matter. It's a tough one, but let's go that way. I think there might be a couple of washes this way that I haven't looked at. That's where we're coming from. That's where we're going. Wow, this is a big den right here. I wonder what's living in this thing. It's huge. The dirt pile is massive here. Could be a doggo of some sort. I don't know. Anyway, my legs are really starting to hurt now. This terrain is unforgiving. So I don't think I got much left until I gotta turn back. It's getting pretty painful to walk. So we're gonna go out this way a little further and turn back and head back. It's a real bum. I'm looking for anything this side of the road that looks like, you know, the ground that I'm looking for, but it just doesn't look right on this side of the road at all. Pain in the butt. Oh well, we'll keep looking. Alright, we've ended up back on the road that takes us back down to where our vehicle was found. So I'm just gonna follow this back down to the vehicle, or to my campsite. And that's probably gonna call a search for the day. My legs are shot. A lot of good ground covered today, a lot of good things, but didn't find what I was looking for. Alright, here we are. That's where Chelsea's car was found, right there. And my camp's just up this way. Oh my lord, I'm sweaty. But we made it back, guys. It wasn't even that long of a hike, honestly. Just that ground just kicks the heck out of you, man. It's uneven, it just messes your legs up. My legs were just hurting real bad. All my tendons were just starting to seize up on me. It's not the energy, I could have kept going, but my legs are just giving out on me. Yeah, alright, so honestly, after doing this hike, even though we didn't find anything, getting the layout of the land, after knowing what I know, it gives me more hope, and it gives me a better search area for next time. I think we were kind of heading in the right direction when we went up on that hill. I think maybe even further west of that is maybe what we're looking for, because it just doesn't look right to the north, you know. To the north, it's not looking like the right terrain for what I'm looking for. Maybe to the south or the east or wherever it is, there might be something that way. Oh man, I definitely gotta wipe myself off. I got dust blown onto my sweat and it's just stuck all to my face. But anyway, it gives me hope, and marked off some of those washes that I wanted to look at. But yeah, we'll be back out here. I don't know what the plan is tomorrow. We got to see how my legs are tomorrow, whether I can go out again tomorrow or not. My legs are on fire right now. My knees hurt, my feet hurt, my hips hurt. Just that ground is so uneven. It's hard getting through there. Oh, all right. I don't know. Ooh, hot dogs for lunch. Well, technically I haven't even had breakfast, but I'm thinking hot dogs sound good right about now. I'm gonna cool down, get changed, wipe down, and then yeah. Well, I already changed my shirt, but I have to take it off so I can wipe myself down. But yeah, we'll check back in a little bit. All right, I've decided to hold off on hot dogs for now because I realized I had some fruit that was about to go bad, so I need to eat all the fruit up before it goes bad. So we got a mixture of strawberries and banana here. It's looking very delightful. I sprinkled a little sugar on it because I'm very sensitive to tart berries, so strawberries can be a little tart sometimes, and these ones are a little bit, even though that they're ripe. So just a little bit of sugar to macerate those strawberries. It should get the juices flowing. It should be nice and sweet then. And the banana, delightful. So we'll have the hot dogs in a little while. This nice little sweet treat should do for now. And I'm gonna rest my legs. My legs are starting to really hurt now that I've stopped moving. I might have to lay back for a little bit. All right, guys, I finished my fruit. Luckily, I ate that banana because my legs are cramping up pretty bad right now. Gonna have to. I got some magnesium vitamins in the van, so I'm probably gonna have to take a couple of those too. Pretty common. I always, on these more strenuous hikes, I always get pretty bad leg cramps afterwards. So yeah, I need to get some electrolytes in me. The banana had the dang it, what's the mineral that the banana has in it? I forgot. But and then magnesium pills, which help with the muscle as well. Dang, I forgot what's in the banana. I don't know. Beautiful old day out here. Minus the wind kind of blowing a bit heavy, but that's just normal for here, so I don't really care too much about that. Yeah, just watching a bit of TV, catching up on stuff. Man, it is getting windy outside. Alright, so we're trying these out. Well, we're not trying because I've had them before. What are they called? Dietz and Watson. They're from Philly, I believe. Big jumbo hot dogs. They are delightful, very good. I actually like them boiled, but I don't want to have to boil water right now, so we're just going to throw them in the air fryer. A couple of these. We got the spicy brown mustard from Aldi. Tastes delicious on them. And I even bought some sauerkraut to put on them too. Yum. Yeah, this is the spicy brown mustard from Aldi. Works really good on these hot dogs with a bit of sauerkraut. I'm not even going to put any ketchup on there because this and the sauerkraut works perfect. Very delicious. Oh, yum. Look at this. Delicious. I'm excited. I am starving. It's a long day hiking out in those hills. Get some sustenance. Wow, that's delicious with the spicy brown mustard and the sauerkraut on top. Those Philly hot dogs are just delicious. Oh, they got such good flavor. They're a nice size. All right, I'm gonna finish those up and probably lay down, watch a bit of TV, rest my legs. All right, I've been laying down for a fair while. My neck and my ears definitely got a bit of sunburn. It's not bad though. I've had way worse. That's interesting. Something. Oh, I think it's elk poop I just found, but it's got a whole bunch of those junipers in the poop. So animals do eat the juniper berries. So I was getting a little bored laying down. I felt like I wanted to get up and do something. I want to go back over some of those tin piles that I found from the old ranches. See if I can find any cool relics other than that cup that I found. Now one of them's right here, the other's way down that way. But I'm up for a little walk. My legs still hurt pretty bad, but I'm doing much better now I've laid down for a bit. So let's see what we can find. Okay, here's the first one that's close to my camp. I don't really see anything too interesting here. And it's cool to see the lead soldered tins. Not all of them are lead soldered, but some of them are. Some are newer. I'm gonna just search around to see if I can find anything interesting. Okay, we're done with that pile. Actually, there was a lot more lead soldered tins there than I was expecting, so that might be an older site there. I can't remember exactly where the site is over this way. Oh, It's quite a walk though, so we're gonna head over that way, see if we can find it again. There's some really, really old glass here. Look how thick it is. Probably early 1900s to maybe a little later. That's old thick glass right there. Okay, we found our way back to the ranch. My legs are starting to hurt again. I probably should have just stayed and let my legs rest, but I'm pretty stubborn when it comes to that. Is this lead or is bends easy? I think it might be lead or some sort of lead mixture. I'd say that's roof flashing. Water sealing the roof, maybe around the fireplace. Okay, I'm seeing a little bit of tin. I'm trying to remember where I've seen all the other tin. There's a mylar balloon. No matter where you are in the world, you'll always find mylar balloons that floated and popped in the middle of nowhere. Okay, here's some more tin. Ooh, some lead soldered tin. Alright. Oh yeah, it's over there. It's spread out a lot here, probably from animals coming through and rain washing stuff through. I'm gonna look around. Oh, I see animal bedding over here. See if I can find anything of interest. Okay. Unfortunately, it's not complete, but this is really cool. Look at that top. Would have been a cork top or something. I don't know if this is a wine bottle or a soda bottle, but it is old. You can see the imperfections in it. Really, really cool. I don't know if it's I don't know enough about bottles, but I love old bottles too. Too bad it's not complete, but that is so cool. What a cool find. Okay. There's a ton of roof flashing and stuff everywhere here. So I think this concrete slab that was here, maybe it was like a little cabin for ranchers that were out here working. All the tin is mostly near this concrete slab too, but it's spread way out, probably from years and years of wind and rain and stuff. Okay, let's get scrounging, see if there's any other cool stuff. Oh my God, guys, we hit the jackpot. We got an old spoon. Oh my God, that is so cool. Old pressed spoon. I don't see any makers. Oh, maybe I do. I'm gonna take this back because I can see some sort of maker's mark on the back. I want to see if I can identify that. Really cool, really cool. Oh, wow. I love finding relics. So awesome. Alright, let's keep looking. Oh my God, it's a broken bottom of a bottle, but it's got stuff on the bottom. Let's see if I can make that out. Oh, it's upside down, I think. Standard. Hold up. Let's try that again. What did it say? Cutter? Something. Butter or cutter or lotter or daughter? I don't know. Let me check. Okay, so I think it says kata plus standard 20 -2 28 18 or 8A. I don't really know what that means. Maybe we can look that up. But I love when I find bottles with embossing on it. That's crazy. Too bad, again, it's just the bottom of it. Oh my God, I'm geeking out so bad right now. I've never found one of these before, at least not this hole before. This is crazy. I just found a bean pot, like the old cowboy bean pots with the legs on them, with the handle. Check it out. Look at this thing. Oh my God, there's part of it with the handle attached. This thing's unfortunately very broken, but see the little legs on the bottom? Oh my God, it's a bean pot. That's so cool, guys. What an amazing relic to find. Oh, this home site, it's got some treasure, guys. Look at all these lead soldered tins. Not all of them, I mean, they're not. But you can see over there's some lead soldered tins over that way. But it's scattered all through here. I gotta keep looking, guys. I never thought I was gonna find a bean pot here. That's crazy. Okay, definitely gotta wash my hands when I get back. I just sifted through a bit of a rat den back there. I found what they've been opening all these cans with. This is a really, really old can opener. Really, really old can opener. That's crazy, guys. That's sitting right in a pile of rat dung though. I had to pry that out of there. It was really cool to find though. And then this bottom of a really large bottle, it's got embossing on there. All I can get there is trade. It says trade on there. Really thick glass. This is probably late 1800s. It's got that pinkish purplish hue to it, like that old glass from back in the day. I mean, it could be early 1900s too, I don't know. But super old. This is an old ranch site. I love this. This is cool. That was also in there. There's a whole bunch of medication vials in there too. They look like they may be a little bit newer. But I'm not touching the medication vials. Who knows what's in that stuff. Oh my God. There's some relics in here, guys. I may have to come metal detect this place one day. And I'll put those 2 relics in the bean pot there. I'm not gonna take those. I don't want the hint of virus, you know. Who was it? Oh man, I forgot his name. He just died. His wife died from hantavirus, and he died. Gene Hackman. Yeah, I don't need none of that hantavirus. There's tons of broken glass everywhere here. Yeah. I'm gonna keep looking because there's another pile of tin over here. Oh my God, guys, this place is a honeypot. I gotta keep looking. This is fun. All right, guys, we got turkey vultures. Oh no, it's not focusing on. Focus on the turkey vultures. Yeah, there's a couple of turkey vultures hanging around. Maybe they want to eat me. I don't know. Please don't eat me. Turkey vultures. Oh yeah, we hit the mother load of tin over here. Oh, I think I see some bottles over that way. I don't know. Have to double check. There's anchovy tins here too. Some of them are more modern, but let's see if anything else sticks out amongst it all. I'm not fully sure what this is. It's a big old tin. It's got a nozzle at the bottom, or maybe, oh, that's probably the top actually. I'm gonna guess it's a huge oil can, is my guess. Yeah, there's still tons of tin spread out amongst here. I'm still looking. Alright, I was wondering when I was gonna find one of these. Got myself an old Wild West horseshoe here. Wow, that's pretty cool. I've found horseshoes out in the wild too. But I actually don't find that many horseshoes out in the wild here. I've found a lot in Australia. Yeah, there you go, genuine horseshoe. I'm going to put that up on a post here so people can admire it when they walk along here. There we go, the horseshoe. Alright, so I did a little bit of Googling on this spoon. There's a little maker's mark on the back. L&G, which is Lamson and Goodnow. They began in Massachusetts in 1834 as a family company, and by the Civil War, 1862, it was the biggest cutlery manufacturer in the country. And by 2006, they'd actually shut down. They closed their doors in 2006. So, really cool. This ties up with the late 1800s, early 1900s stuff that's sitting there. So, that's really cool. Old spoon. So yeah, that's pretty cool history on the spoon there. You have to make a little meal up with it for Amanda. What do you guys reckon? Alright guys, I'm getting hungry again. I could make hot dogs, but some of y'all, when I was doing beans the other week, I was talking about the tomato beans, tomato sauce beans that we have in Australia. Someone was saying that it's like pork and beans here. So yeah, we got pork and beans in tomato sauce here. It doesn't look the same to me on the picture there. That doesn't look like the same beans we use, or it doesn't look the same to me. Someone told me to try them, so I'm gonna try them. I don't know if it needs to be brand specific, but we got Dakota's Pride pork and beans and tomato sauce here. We're gonna try it. I don't know if there's any way you need anything you need to add to this or not, but I'm just gonna heat them up as they are, and I don't think they're gonna be like our Australian beans, but I'm gonna try them. We'll give them a go. I love pork, so maybe it'll be good. We'll see. Okay, first look, it is really runny. I don't think this is like our beans at all, but let's find out. Oh dear. The beans actually kind of look similar. Is there actually pork in there? I don't see any pork, but yeah, it's definitely runnier looking. The sauce is thicker, I think, in ours. All right, let's heat it up and see how it goes. Okay, upon looking at it, it's thickened up a bit now that I've stirred it. They do still look a little pale. I don't know. Not quite. It smells pretty dang close to the same as our beans, but I don't see any pork, guys. It says pork and beans. I'm yet to see any pork in there. But let's give it a try. Yeah, if there's pork in this, I was looking. I've been looking for pork in here. It's like minute, if there's any pork in here at all. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 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 So, it definitely tastes close to our Australian beans in tomato sauce, but not as good as our Heinz ones. Our Heinz ones are much better. This reminds me of the lesser brands in Australia, like the SPC brand and cheaper brands. And it doesn't taste bad. It's just not quite there yet. It definitely needs something added to it. Definitely edible though. And if you don't want to pay $5 a tin, or you can't find them reduced to clear somewhere for the Heinz beans, yeah, pork and beans is definitely a good substitute. Not bad, not bad. All right, I'm gonna eat that up. Maybe we'll do some hot dogs later. But yeah, not a bad little evening snack. Normally I wouldn't sit there and eat a bowl of beans for dinner, but I had to taste test this one. All right, nice, beautiful sunset out here. The wind has calmed down maybe a little bit. Man, it's nice out here. Oh, it hurts to walk. My legs are still messed up. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to search if I wake up and my legs still hurt this bad. I can barely walk right now. Man, just as I remember, it's just beautiful sunsets out here. Super quiet. You don't hear anything except for maybe occasionally the train echoing through the mountains. But yeah, I've seen one vehicle the entire day today. The entire time I've been out here, I've only seen the one vehicle out here, which is pretty common. I've come out here before and not had a single vehicle pass me at all. The whole time I've been camped on the road there. So that's pretty wild. No, I've not really ever been anywhere else in Arizona where I've parked up somewhere and not had a vehicle or a person come by past me at all. So that's a cool thing. I mean, we are out of ways out here. It's probably, I think we're like 19 miles off of the I-40. out in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing really out here except for ranching, and very few ranches out here. In hunting season, there's lots of hunters that come out here, but when it's not hunting season, no one's out here really. Alright, so I'm gonna get ready for bed. I'm exhausted. I'm gonna go watch some movies. There's nothing really else I can do right now except for nurse myself back to health. If I want any chance of going out there again tomorrow, I need to rest and let my legs rest. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. I've been restless, I don't know why, but I'm gonna try to be good. I've been stressing about my van too, about it running rough. It's an EGR. I'm fairly certain it's EGR. It's either the EGR or it's exhaust leak, but I'm fairly certain it's the EGR. Yeah. Anyway, I'm trying not to stress about that. Let's call it a day. I'm gonna pack up and head into the van. I hope you enjoyed this. There's a lot of me just talking to you guys and walking around. Not really much to see other than the hike. It's not exactly a beautiful hike because it's just the same trees over and over again. I'm walking through just tons and tons of junipers. But I hope it was insightful for you, at least raising awareness about Chelsea Grimm. I'm hoping, no one else really comes out here. There's only one other guy I spoke to that has come out here, and I think it was like last year he come out here. And no one's out here looking, so it's a good thing the posters are still up. Something I usually see get torn down all the time is the posters, but for Chelsea Grimm, it's the only place where there's so little people out here, no one's tearing the posters down. Alright guys, that's gonna be a wrap for us. Until next time guys, I hope you're all staying safe out there. Hiking, camping, whatever it is, or at home doing little various things. Until next time, this is Aussie Van Man. We'll see you later. What's going on here?